timer's ticking
I got a
down.
good question for you.
Will be up any moment.
Chat, I got a good question for you right here. Okay,
Fnatic
Fnatic Koi. He gets moved back. Do they play? It should have been played on the week where Icebox is in. Do they play on Icebox or do they play on the bind?
Crazy coming out, but I also think that again, Mixwell, he's been swapping roles an awful lot. I want to see how he does back on that Killjoy again.
We're getting some A aggression right off the rip, and it's going to be Kellogg's. It's pushing it down, gathering the information, seeing that it's clear, how to recon.
You can answer this question? I would love an answer for this question, because everyone's saying bind, and I think it should be Icebox, because if we're sticking to rules, that's unfair. Okay, Heretics on defense, BBL on attack. I'm going to try and look out for the answer once I see it.
Because BBL are pumping the brakes. They very much waited for Team Heretics
yeah,
to
BBL
continue
definitely
their
just waiting here.
Hasn't come down, and so you kind of look at the clock.
So you're right, for competitive integrity, it should be Icebox, because 2 teams, yeah. But sadly, it will be bind.
Early drone going to be utilized. We expect
that's not the decision I would make, but yeah.
The 2 focal points
it is what it is.
off for the first time. Kellogg's
probably works out a little bit better for Koi anyway.
So no doubt about
I guess there's that.
But
in terms of how it should be, it probably should be
lighting it up. And he'll lead the way
Icebox
here.
ready. Okay, 2 people on site, they're going to have a nightmare. Yeah, they're going to have an absolute nightmare with this one. Rotate didn't come in from middle, they weren't believing. We only had 2 on site, they stuck in. And this is going to be a hard retake.
Position, though, coming in from Mixwell on the side of the smoke. Aslan covering forward, and as it fades, it's a bloodbath. Initial fight pushing Mixwell back as the utility comes in. Heretics still able to get
Plumber
some
Rap,
picks,
thank you so much, dude, with the Prime. Appreciate you. 6 months.
And that flash was damn near perfect.
Yeah, you can't really retake that when those 2 go down. Especially when you have the Omen, you want to try and try and make sure you stay alive. Use the flash to the best. So, nice start from BBL.
I do think more recently BBL have sort of almost gone back to the basics. Like they played a lot of somewhat overcomplicated comps. I'm interested to see later.
You got to think of Koi though as well. Weird.
If they're still going to be running the Omen on Kushner, I'm not sure that we will. But
both teams involved. Like they're the team that got the most wrecked from it, really.
Basing a lot of their play around the man there on your screen, Kushner. And he had an incredible matchup when he played last time out. So
okay, in terms of how they're buying this, 3 rifles, 2 people that can have deaths, and then if obviously we get into the next round and they keep these 3 guns, we're going to have a full bonus with all the guns. So I like this approach. Heretics waiting for some kind of orb control. BBL at the moment are really holding a default every single round. I've looked into how Heretics want to play, and potentially it's really fast.
Has managed to find 1 hit.
Apparently it used up, but they don't push on the back of it. I thought that was going to be the split. But instead, they decide to leave these players to fall back. The Nano that does a little bit of damage. It's not too much of a deterrent. Look, early trades like that aren't bad for Heretics. I think they're wise not to overextend into those fights. They could have had a serious opportunity there to extend it that little bit further. I think BBL,
let's see.
You know, especially when they're coming in with
2 more deaths could be pretty good.
They're not going to sweat too much having lost
for Heretics in terms of damage.
The rotation off of C all the way back around to A, made some presence there, and that has worked
I think it's fine
beautifully for them. Just because this turret's still there, keeping the information, they're willing to
play. Who do I think will be the best bind team? I mean, probably Fnatic.
Now they'll
realize makes sense.
This team diving in towards the C site and almost grabbing a plant. I mean, Mixwell, he's going to try something, but they are more than ready.
Nice shot. There's a good chance Liquid are really good at it, really.
Hoping that the
if we look at
slow down enough for the rotation to come back through.
The Nats and
I almost expect there to be nothing
Redgar history
onwards from Heretics. Like, you're not really expecting any damage.
Yeah, looking really good at the moment. We just have to have an armor rebuy, and then
okay, the credits have gone down a bit, but
we're going to be getting 2 rifles into this one, so it's a very nice start from BBL.
Do some damage, and ultimately BBL are going to have a relatively clean 2-0.
Yeah, I think best case scenario here is literally
taking Rex on bind. Let's see what they play. See if they bring the old Yori back out.
Even taking a kill, right? If Kushner goes down, didn't really matter. Turco's just going to pick up that weapon.
He's getting this
not
guy.
now, obviously. Look how far apart they are, but that's the man without
that's
the
the
weapon
last death that they could afford.
So good luck to you, picking up another ghost. In the end, he
not
will
too
fall.
bad.
So
the 2 people that could die
like
do die, and we get to see a good bonus here. Like a really good bonus. It's basically going to be equal. Not even sure we can call this a bonus, because this is just a straight up 5v5 at the moment. Both teams light armors.
BBL are doing the same thing we've seen from Na'Vi many a time, like buying a few rifles, having pistols, and then just forcing back up and playing the Logitech G power-up round as almost a a free buy, like one that you shouldn't necessarily have. And in fact, you look at sort of either side, it is basically dead even. So I want to see Heretics coming out of the block strong, because this may not be their
it's going to be hard.
choice
It's very hard for
necessarily.
Heretics.
It's
this
still
is a
one that they're
50-50
going to want
round.
to compete on.
I think BBL are almost counting on
Heretics set one
wanting
over
to compete
towards A,
early.
so they can have a
For
heavy
some of these
rotate.
fights,
One
at
pass
least,
on here.
again, the same
And
default holding
BBL
for
again,
push,
just
not
holding,
Evolve, excuse me, were brave,
expecting aggression every single round at the moment. Maybe it's because they haven't seen Heretics for a long time on this map, and they're just trying to suss them out a little bit. Just a default at the beginning for the first 20 seconds.
Basic start around information because they conceded the control. Now they haven't seen any aggression with a minute left on the clock, and it's time again.
The timing on that was not good.
But this time,
Yeah, a bit of a mistake there for Aslan.
Aslan has lost his life.
Yeah, he waited out 2 of the pings, and then the third one came in, and he tried to get out, hit him.
Don't even have to give up
So yeah, a bit of a mistake early on for that one.
So
in terms of this, though, I don't mind this too much. Showed aggression over towards A, blocked vision, create question mark, so we have to see a rotate come in. You would think it would be 2, but we actually get 3 people here. So even though BBL are passing down, they could win if this duel is alright.
Kushner has to be lightning fast on this duel. He's being held on
Damn,
that
didn't
corner,
even
and
expect
Nixwell has the advantage, seeing the barrel make its way through. The spray from Avova, not too good. Down goes the smoke. There's a player inside it, and he's caught the angle.
Nice recovery.
That's the
Honestly,
C-site gone. They could take a risky retake right here and now to fight for the control, but I don't think they want to. Utility going through might prove otherwise.
Keeping on
No,
the
10
time.
seconds left. Here's the push. Great flash. That's caught him blind. Bray
Yeah,
couldn't do
no
anything.
time for
Turco
this.
down. The numbers are thinning.
okay,
The spike
nicely
is
done.
on the ground, and the
Honestly, though,
round
BBL will
is
probably
Heretics.
take the damage, right? We get a big swing round coming into this, these 3. Can't buy the round after.
Good stuff
so.
from them in the end. I do think BBL are going to have to look to battle like they did earlier for that early A control. I think just having that much information, you could see how much they sort of had set up ready on C site. Avova didn't even get any of his utility baited out of it, so you were kind of holding a default.
What the hell is this? Who's responsible for that?
You'd basically just left them with what, like 35 seconds left, and all of their utility still available to them. Not something BBL
Who's
can
in
allow
charge of
going
that
forward,
command?
but as mentioned,
It's outrageous.
that was somewhat a bonus-esque round. They're still going to have a bye here.
There's the adjustment.
Right.
Now we're seeing
Big round,
this
though.
A control being fought for.
I'll
They're
ignore that.
realizing that Heretics in 2 of the 3 rounds have taken the control early and left Kellogg's to hold this entire side of the map, something you might even need a Sentinel for at times. But he's doing it all by himself. So they're going to disrupt that. But the disruption, Tom, look, with a minute 15, we kind of fall back into the same old game plan.
Okay,
a
everyone
lot of
that I'm
BBL's
circling can't
ideas here
buy.
seem to be off of punishing Team Heretics for
round,
overextensions,
so, yeah,
for
it's huge.
rotations, and right now they haven't got
Does
those
it?
opportunities in this
Okay,
round. It
damn,
seems
that's kind of
Heretics are quite
unlucky.
wise to how they're playing
Wanted
this
to
game.
shock the alarm bomb,
that
they
I
don't
actually
break
wanna
it,
point
no
that out. One of
pressure
the things
here
that you
or here.
always note with Kushner is he's able to get
It's interesting, the Mixwell punished Garage, but he
relatively
still
for
wants to
free
punish
and had a lot
Garage
of
again.
really impactful flanks cutting off rotations.
Oh my goodness,
Mixwell,
Nats,
for the last 2 rounds,
that is a
hasn't
huge
moved
raid,
from the
dude.
garage
Thank you
door.
so
He just
much.
sits there and he waits, and you saw him
Congrats on
actually
yesterday
get
as well, mate.
Kushner
Played really
just
well.
moments ago. The fact
Thank
is,
you
though,
for the
this
raid.
time, his
What's up,
impact
Raiders?
is probably going to be null and
How we all
void as they're
doing?
taking A.
Opa.
Well, it's this man instead, Kellogg's, that needs to do work. That
Okay,
flash
Kellogg's has to get
is
one in.
revealed, though,
Dude.
repositioning, he can't fire back. Zeke saves his life.
Our
but
recon's
he's too
just
low,
getting so
too
much
easy to
at the
take
moment.
down. Holding on to this site seems near impossible. Just one man was left there.
Yeah,
and Zeke is quick to
Heretics
fall.
need
Heretics
to
again,
stack
facing
more
down into
people
a
in A
retake.
once they lose
This time,
pressure
it's a little
over towards
scarier.
here and
BBL
here.
have a lot of control,
Or they
and
need
they've
to
got
leave
Hunter's
it. They're
Fury
doing
to
like a
work.
halfway
They're
thing and
even
they're getting
using
wrecked.
the drone just to clear behind them, just in case. Maybe a little bit risky from Suchny alone on the
Nats,
side,
appreciate
but
you,
never
dude.
mind. The IDL just
Big
looking
win
to take this
yesterday.
into his own hands. Already a couple of kills, and now Boo, the last man standing. One found, a second
Holy
will
hell.
not fall.
Okay,
BBL
I wonder if
break
Heretics are
back
going to do a timeout.
immediately.
I think it would be
And
so
we'll
fine.
see
They
what
can't play
Heretics have
A
on the
like
board.
this.
I don't think it's going to be
It's
great.
not.
Yeah, one of the main
It's not
concerns
good.
about the way that they're playing this game is that you stall out, that you run out of those ideas, and when you end up, like we saw in that third
Any
round,
dart
pushing
shooters?
into
Yeah,
the
2
C
rounds
side
we've had no
with
dart
15
shooters.
seconds left, when you break that long barrier, like, yeah, you're going to be in a lot of trouble if that's how your game plan, or that's what your game plan revolves
This is twice
around.
we've
But
had just 2
they've
people
made
that
the
get wrecked
adjustments
on
here.
A.
The push was fast. It was clean. You can see
They
that
need
they've
more
got
aggression A main.
execute,
Anything. It's
sequential
either
execute on the way through with how their
there's
utilities
literally
deploy.
3 things
Even
that they
though
could be
that
doing right
flash
now.
kept
They're
coming
doing
out on A
in
long,
terms of
didn't
4
catch
ways
the
of
player
playing
up
A.
top.
They're doing the
Kellogg's was
worst
still
out of all
forced back
4.
by the recon. Like, there's so
Right, you
much
can
depth
either
to
do
what
more
they're doing.
aggression over towards A
Well,
and kind of
has
clear
done
these
damage as well.
areas.
Heretics
You can
just
then
gonna be
also
left with
stack 3 people
pistols,
into
a
A
Marsh or a Stinger.
if you have the information
there's
here
a
and
few
here that
ults.
didn't get cleared, right? That's the benefit of having information with this stuff, with this util. And then you can literally retake, like literally just leave the site itself. But they're going for just sticking 2 here and getting overwhelmed and not winning our trades. I guess the worst approach.
For now, though, it seems like they're going to go
It's not
pushing
how
into
you
this
play A,
seaside
really.
setup, and this is where
Especially when this and this doesn't get hit, you should be having 3 people in.
The BBL have already used their drone, so the way through instead, it's going to be Kushner who's having to drone all this space out. Caught up by a stun, though. He's in a bit of trouble. Not able to press forward as quickly as he'd like. They've got
like we said, round before was the darts. Someone shoots some darts in this game. I beg.
That's something else. Rolling Thunder going to be fully committed on both sides, in fact. Stalling out the round a little more. 35 seconds on the clock.
Oh,
here's a Hunter's Fury.
It's unbelievable.
Zeke's got 1. Damage done. No kill to follow, but that might just be enough.
They're so close. 2 on 2, 36 HP, 24 HP. Oh my god.
No. That was so close, and in fact, it might serve as a distraction for Boo to deal that final blow. Look at that. 15 HP left on Kushner. Stun ready. This is looking like they fought back in. 10 seconds. That Blatt needs to go down. He has to fight both. There's 1, but Zeke.
Nice shot. Damn, so they're making Sovas look like the best agent in the game.
Huge round from
no one's shooting darts.
Seems to be that push into
the ults are incredible. Damage is done. It's an
issues.
insane round from Zeke, but holy hell.
Them coming out, but then it was just, as said, there were ults that were close.
Was he just too busy celebrating that he didn't pick up the rifle?
Doing a fantastic job. I think that kill actually got him the Rolling Thunder, which forced them back in the first place. And then knowing that they're likely stunned up and stuck back in the corner, Zeke just throws out that Hunter's Fury, which, okay, it gets 1 kill, but it basically wins them the round off damage alone.
That is definitely one you're going to want to pause after. A technical pause this time, but I'm sure a moment to breathe for all involved.
Yeah, he's whipped out the suit today.
Maybe. It's not the koi game yet, but we'll see how it goes. Well, you know, sometimes in moments like this, when you've got a big showing from home as well, it can make or break a player, and I think it's fair to say Zeke is feeding off that energy.
Is it on stage? I don't know. I've not really been down there.
But Heretics are still trailing, and this is their chance to bring it
seemed
right
fine
back.
when I was
the economy of BBLs in a shaky enough spot.
No, Zeno did say that he doesn't like wearing the jersey because
he
sweats a lot.
Evolution through this half.
So maybe that's why he's changed it up.
Again, very much based on allowing your opponent to do whatever they want, to make
to be fair, we were talking about it when we were there.
But Heretics,
there's always just replays of him just trying to smell himself.
They're confident in their defensive setup. They often have the map control, as we've seen a long challenged for, and that
didn't pick up a Vandal. Yeah,
but even then, when you look at C, when you look at Garage, look at B, nobody comes pushing. Nobody goes walkabouts, and that's often what they're looking for. It's maybe what they're used to facing against. But the discipline on Heretics being improving week by week, and well, I think BBL are going to have to flex a different strategy as we move further into this.
I think the main thing for now is put that pressure on the Caliber.
I'm not singing on the internet.
Remove him early, it pulls the rotation away, and that already makes a lot of their setups
I'll
look
save
more
that for
vulnerable.
people who are good
and
at
I
singing.
also think at the moment, I'm hoping the Heretics are going to continually switch up their setup a little bit, because they seem, as always, incredibly reliant on him either getting like a kill or getting a multi-frag. Now, I will say, from what we can see in the server right now, he's going to be bringing in the operator.
That's
always been a huge game changer for him individually, and that'll make locking down that angle a lot easier than it has been with the rifle.
Yampy, thank you for the shout out yesterday. I like the interview.
It's literally been very direct. Like, you've gone for these passive defaults, then gone C. Passive default, then gone A. There hasn't really been any middle control, and that's going to be one of the portions of the map that will become easier and easier for Heretics to read if you don't put pressure there.
It's cool that your dad's going to be there tomorrow, though. Wait, tomorrow?
BBL
next week?
As well. A player you're talking about putting pressure onto his Kellogg's, and I think Kushner
you should definitely get him for an interview.
He's been left out to dry.
Wait, maybe Yinsu's working that week.
Found himself
she can make it happen.
There's been good disruptive utility thrown out by Heretics to fight back, but I think for me, man, looking at this attack side, I'm just scared that Kushner comes in
next
now
week.
with Blade Storm. This is a team I'm looking at thinking
next week Yampy's dad's coming down.
They could benefit from a change of pace, and I know what those two things together tends to mean in BBL's hands. It's a very tough round to defend against. We've already seen the sequential utility. We've seen how good they are.
Saeed is too busy.
All those pieces in.
He's too busy.
And then ripping you apart from there.
That's kind of sick.
Add in a Blade Storm to it. Kushner doesn't need to dash and take his weapon back out. He's already flinging knives at you, and they're rarely going to miss.
Yeah, I think, again, like, neither of the teams are really taking...
He'll give the best in fear he actually would.
And that's also the other thing you have to
It
talk
would be
about
incredible.
within this series.
Also, everyone in terms of when people have had their dads there, they keep winning.
Let's be real.
We had Bang.
Whoever wins this is
Bang for 100 Thieves. We had
beating the other
MC.
team is not going to convince anybody
His dad was there.
oh, this is now like your moment. You've made it. You're making it into the playoffs
Everyone
easily.
except for Com. Yeah, that's actually true. That's pretty devastating.
How can you then move forward?
Emil, what's up? Congrats on the win yesterday. Honestly, a huge win.
So I think
congrats on getting Icebox looking crispy as well. just in time for it to get taken out, but it looked nice.
Haven't seen from Heretics, so you have to go in that direction. And then what? Lotus.
Boo IGLing again? Yes, pretty sure.
It's just like
he IGL'd last week, and then it's looking like he's IGLing this week. I'm never sure with this team. They like to change it up a lot.
I think if we end up on Icebox, and I almost hope we don't.
You won the last Icebox, so that's all that matters. Defeated the beast, Jumpy. Your own personal beast in terms of Icebox.
We have never seen it played by BBL. Like, they were picking the lesser of evils. They went with banning Fracture and the veto. So again, you kind of look at that and go, okay,
if Liquid are good on bind now, I'm the problem. That doesn't count. They've got two people who are unbelievable at binding. But I'll accept it, sure. I think I am the problem on binds, because honestly, when I left anyway and Emil came in, they were good at binds. So I'm pretty sure it's me.
That was a map that Heretics won against Na'Vi. If you can beat Na'Vi on a map, I have a bit of faith in you winning.
Can you tell Emil our binds comp? Yeah, Yampy, you're on.
I have genuinely no idea where we're going to end up there, because I think that although like versus Giants, I think it was decently played by BBL. I wouldn't be surprised that now that we've seen them have this sort of change of the guard with now their
you wanted Yoru? It's
I think they might just go
not
for
this
something
time.
Where Kushner is now playing more of a jet.
You got to fight for B long,
rather than the Omen
and Yoru's not the guy for that. Actually, Yoru kind of is unreal there, to be fair.
And on the other side, Heretics got smashed by Fnatic last time, but it was Fnatic. And if you're going to learn anything about your play on a map, it's probably playing the best team in the world at that map.
I do think as well, though, looking at Lotus and for teams that are leaving these open, I mean, I just think back to yesterday. It's very reminiscent of, I think it was Team Liquid coming into Icebox. They hadn't played.
Honestly, it kind of works well in your team, though.
And yet they came out looking very scary. And
so
I think this is somewhere that we can end up in a position that Team Heretics
Viper.
get a little upset on their
you get Redgar on Brim, maybe Harbor, but probably Brim. You should try both.
Now, obviously, as you're seeing,
you get Yampy on the Gecko, Soulcast on the Sky, and then
down on stage as well.
Safe on Jet or
Raze. The game, but as we said, that's something that might be helpful for someone like BBL. Their rhythm thus far has been falling a little flat.
That's the thing, though. I feel like if I lost a round to mostly classics and a single ult,
you need no help, MC. You can take the same advice, MC. You can do the same thing.
Just think back to that classic shot.
We kind of lost the classics, didn't we? And
out of all the NA teams, I think you're the teams that need the least advice.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think the ults is really where it comes in, because
Ripple the Boombot lineups on bind, that's why you got the Gecko.
It is what it is.
Just send Duke Roaring
in as well, and those are your safety nets. That's you accounting for anything can happen, and you can still fight your way back, and then you still lose out on the round. Yeah, I think on the other side, though, you can look at it from Heretics' perspective. Zeke might need that energy that's coming down on the stage, because, yeah, you have a big play like that, a 3K with a classic. I think it was a wallbang kill to finish.
Lasted long. He's got those 2 extra seconds in him.
Stop. Take a breather. And sometimes it can be helpful.
That's an extra corner in Hooper, I imagine. I haven't actually looked at it.
Throw back everything that's come his way. And look fantastic doing it. As you said, BBL in a decent spot in the early stages.
The Leaf Viper, just put Leaf on Jet every single time. He's too good.
That server, because Kushner can turn around completely. And
just give him what he wants.
A decent argument for them to go for a full buy with 2 weaknesses and try to get that Blade Storm to find the space early on. It depends on their confidence levels, and like I said, with the
do you think Fade or Sova will be in the new binds? I think a lot of stuff is viable at the moment.
Yeah, I think
Sage,
you sort of talk
pretty
about
good.
Duelists, and that's one of the best storylines.
Again, I think Gecko's pretty awful, but I think it's by far his best map.
When we see the best out of their team, they are the focal point. Like, you look at Kushner over last week where they managed to beat Vitality. The man just, wow, he pulled up an absolute stormer of a game. Like, he was unstoppable. Now, whether that's recreatable week in, week out, I don't know. And it's the same even thinking back to some of the maps and some of the matches we saw.
So I think Gecko is awful. Yeah, kind of. But not that it's awful, but every single map at the moment, for the people, for like the agents that you replace, I think the agent that you're replacing is always better.
Obviously, we're still running through this technical pause. Hopefully, we'll be
the go on Gecko. Dude, I'm fine with it on Pearl, Lotus, and Bind. Everything else is trolling.
Wait. This could be very bad for me if I don't say it correctly.
Didn't say Haven. I don't like it. I know you guys are winning. I know you guys are winning with it, but I still don't like it.
Sorry.
I like the little thing you do on short and defense, but other than that, I'm not the biggest fan. Split though, Split looks awful. What, you're gonna take one of the heavens again?
Wait.
Sure, it's very hard to predict against.
Okay, can I think a bit?
What teams
Like I hate it on Split.
Can I see the teams?
So 100 liquid? No, I know my team.
Carmen Corp.
Okay, wait. Oh, can I not guess?
The Koi.
Can I get the next hint?
Padre.
Padre.
I have no idea.
Heretics.
Surely,
Heretics.
surely
This is
Boaster
Heretics.
knows that one.
Heretics.
Heretics?
Is it Heretics? Padre, it's mixed for.
One of them, Neymar and Mbappe. This is Kellogg's because he's a fan of PSG. He's a friend of mine, so.
Yeah, he's literally called Mini Boo. He's kind of playing Unreal recently as well. I was checking out some of his results.
LOL there. My wild guess.
I know Boster came from League, but he was content creator.
Giants?
Who it was?
Yeah, this is Boasties, right?
Carmen Corp.
Oh. Actually, still not clue, but maybe Koi? Not Koi.
Okay. This one is easy. This is Fnatic, right?
Fnatic?
Who's the guy who was playing in Excel?
Boster'ı görmüştüm fotoğrafını.
Boster? I never know that he was a pro.
Yeah, don't worry. I wasn't very good. I was just there for easy.
LOL mu oluyormuş?
He had to hit diamond, right, or something. So I remember when he was grinding for it.
Visit EMEA.
Oh, so we're digging in the past now.
Navi.
Is it Navi? I don't know.
It's liquid then.
Fanatic. Yeah, liquid.
Oh, it's League.
I love the zoom in on that.
The team was fun.
Okay. Is this footballist?
Not futbolist.
No.
Navi o zaman ilk şampiyonası yo Koi.
My guess would be Koi.
Koi. Sinet tamam yo Sinet diyorum Starksos.
Didn't know he was a football player too.
You might not get it wrong.
Is he the one that cheated on Shakira? Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
Carmen Corp.
Vitality.
Wait, what? What does it mean?
Is it footballist?
Giant.
It's us. BBL.
One player of that team uses texts in Twitch chat a lot.
What does that mean?
I have no clue.
Carmine Corp?
Fishing. I
What
don't
do you mean
know
he uses
still.
text? What, he just
Okay,
chats
let's
and...
try to start guessing.
Footballist.
Footballist. It's footballist.
Biziz herhalde kanka
He
bu.
types in chat a lot. That's
This
such a
one,
weird
foot-
way of wording it
He
though.
every time
Picasso'nun şehri.
He's based in Picasso's native city.
Oh god,
Picasso.
I don't even know this.
Goodness. Picasso the painter.
Koi? I mean, no Koi. Carmine Corp. No?
Is he not French?
Carmine Corp.
no. Spain.
Giants.
I mean, this is us, Giants. Wait, where's Picasso from? Yeah, I'm Spanish, so I know Picasso was born in Malaga. Is he from Malaga? I didn't know. I learned something new.
No, I just knew he's from Spain, and I already said Koi and Heretics.
I tried, okay? I tried.
Oh, maybe I know this one. I don't know.
mean, that
Carmen
one's
Corp,
easy.
maybe?
This is Carmen Corp.
It's me. It's just headshot machine, right? No?
Headshot machine.
One of the team, oldest player in VCT EMEA.
Navi.
And this is Navi.
This is
That's
Navi.
easy as well.
Navi? Angel?
I think this is last team. But
Okay, go through this. So the BBL, there was.
Yeah, it's
Heretics,
Vitality,
there
right?
was Koi.
Solid's like
Sorry,
19,
the
I
last
think.
one.
Is he 19?
Last one.
What was this team?
He's pretty young. Is he 22?
Oh, Vitality.
I thought he was younger than that.
Vitality?
Yeah, fine. Damn, they're really trying to fill this.
Now, start. Let's try.
Chat. I'm gonna go toilet. It feels like it's gonna be a long break. I'm gonna go toilet. I'm gonna leave this one up. Elo wipe this
Frenzy
out.
operator and light shield.
Dude, I guarantee this owns so many
I'm not
people.
sure about the operator actually.
Wait, I'm just gonna speak in French because it's like 4700 plus 450, ça fait
5.1 and then
5150 plus 500, ça fait 5500. I don't know how to say it in English, I forgot. It's 5500. No way! I trolled because in French I said 4700 plus 450 plus 400. So I trolled myself in French. 5350?
I don't know
That's
if my
incredible.
mathematics are good here, but 5,000. 550.
Close.
Oof. That's yeah, tricky.
5800? Fish penalties.
Yeah, you know what? To be honest, we've heard enough from Angel.
5,800.
Now, listen, folks,
Did he think
we've
he was
got
on a timer or
resolution here
something?
for you. Sorry for
He just
dropping
went
out
for
the
it.
Frenzy Fire video earlier, but we figure you guys wouldn't mind dropping over to the Valorant YouTube channel and watching that yourself. And you'd rather watch the game, because it turns out our tech pause
we're fine.
is finished. We're very close to just getting the players ready to dive back into the game. QC, it does, Tom, it does, but they'll get on that. Listen, the boys are firing back up. They're saying hello to each other again. They get to talk.
Are you sure?
The thing is, QC was investigating a bug that might have happened during the round, as we've seen many times in the past. Bugs happen, these things do. This time, though, it did not. It required
Investigating
a
a
little
bug?
bit of attention to detail.
What do you reckon it
but
was?
We've gotten there in the end, and thank you very much to our QC department for keeping on top of that. We would much rather have these things done
I didn't even see
live
anything.
than done the next day. Isn't that right, Tom? 7-0 start. What are you feeling? Oh no, it's 3-2.
maybe that's
At this
maybe
point,
that's the
they've
reason
been
they
in a
didn't
pretty
shoot the
good spot, as
recon.
we said. Slow
Let's blame
approach
it on
in
a
some
bug.
of the rounds. They managed to still break through to the sites. Their A push was fantastic. Now the Blade Storm is here and ready to roll.
His egg, yeah, he's coming on for the K-Corp game.
Well, but not all the way. Like they're going to keep some finances
He won't miss
ready
a
for the
K-Corp
next
game.
round, which means that Kushner will have to sort of do the heavy
Right, in terms of
lifting,
where we
but
are,
Turco being able to buy into a rifle
money just got reset.
as well. There's still gonna be
BBL
opportunities
getting an
here.
okay buyout though.
But now, with that operator online, this is where you do feel like Kellogg's should start to step up to the plate.
This is a massive fake from BBL. Again,
Still.
their pace has been extremely
Oh
slow. This
my
time they fake out
goodness.
Z, they put over utility. They're even throwing nano swarms onto the back of site.
Man,
That looks
Heretics
like it's
can't
so
hold A.
clearly a C push out of BBL early round, and instead, and there was a smoke
Unless they can prove that they can hold A, I'm hitting A every single round.
Instead, out goes that Blade Storm. Cutie finds a kill. That's not a great fight for Suchny. The man was the
That was
only
disgusting,
guy without
though.
any form of weapon, a classic, and he took that fight on mid. No idea what was happening there, but on the rest of it, they're in a really good spot. Blade Storm and an op recovery.
But the thing is as well, if they manage to just take the orb here, they would have a lockdown. So that would be
Zeke
something
still
extra
has
for
his
them to play
stinger.
with. I'm surprised it's not being challenged for. Instead, they just try and walk up, maybe thinking that they've somehow bamboozled Team Heretics, but
I mean, they've
well,
used
as you can
dash.
see, they have
They gotta
not.
walk up.
Well, lost in the sauce on that late round. There's the downside of a stinger. Good damage, lots of headshots, not enough though. Surviving with 10 HP.
Got anything for this?
Aslan now has his lockdown.
Okay.
That's devastating. Up and over we go. Kushner solo. That op's gonna have to be used now. The lockdown a big concern. They're trying to get in and claim the space. It looks like they will have a safe corner. 0 players detained by the defender, and the attackers will get the same result. They found their safe havens, but still need to defuse. Aslan super low. The pressure's on for Brave to pick up at least one of them, but Boo's too quick.
No way this turret does this.
Oh, the smoke was a safe haven for them,
God's
but
sake,
in the
not this
end,
madness
they
again.
fall, and defuse goes to Heretics.
Maybe it's just ex-G2 players. They've just bought off Timmy the turret. And just he's able to do incredible work.
It's just crazy, the turret. Just every single time.
Still playing a stinger was an odd one, considering he had plenty of cash to be able to at least buy something up. Maybe not expecting there to be a 4-buy on the other side. And then BBL's decision making was just a little bit weird. Like they could have got the lockdown a little bit earlier. But
Alright, big buy rounds coming in now.
I don't think they'd
Let's see
sold
what
a
they
good
can
enough
actually
fake
do.
with their IGL just walking down mid and just dying. I don't think anybody on the Heretics
Can it
side
headshot for more
rotated,
damage?
so
Nah, it
I
always
guess
does
just hoping that
12,
they would
I'm
be
pretty
gone at some
sure.
extra
Chat
space
can
for
correct
free.
me if I'm
Instead,
wrong.
I think
But
they
it always
just
does
overcooked
12.
some of their
And
decision
even if
making
it
and made
headshots, it's
very,
the same
very
damage, right?
easy for this hold to come through for Heretics.
Yeah, there were some mistakes there for sure. Still
18, 14.
that
Oh
blade
god.
storm, I think that's
Chat,
gonna come back
what's
in
how
the
much
future to
damage does
haunt
the
them.
turret do?
BBL, I think after finding that A pick,
Each shot is 6, so it does
I was
18.
very surprised to see them pump the brakes. Very surprised to see them try to throw through a late mid lurk. And
We've got a mix of everything.
I can kind of see where they're
Some
coming
12s,
from. That early
some
utility
18s.
on C should have dragged a lot of rotations over.
6 best shot times
And then
3.
as they go
Okay.
back to A, seeing that this fake has happened, having lost a player on long, they shouldn't be as attentive of mid as they cross over, is probably the idea. Just sending the classic, man, I can't get behind. Maybe it's to do with the abilities they needed with
ALS,
the
thank you
ideas
so
they
much.
had for taking sight,
Appreciate
but
it.
wherever they ended
Turret's
up,
OP,
they lost the
honestly,
round.
yeah.
And
Thanks
now
so much for the
coming out of this
gifted, appreciate
timeout,
it.
they won't be devastated, as we said. As you said, Tom, they kept over a lot of their credits, so they were still looking to lose that round. They expected to, and this is where they wanted to
play
play.
some in a lockdown though. So in terms of ults,
Right.
it was a spammy round for them, but
What have we
3
got?
to 3.
Big buy run
Operator
coming in.
online again
Don't want to
from
have an
Kellogg's.
attack
Same
op
sort
or
of
anything
scenario, they're
going
gonna try and
for
set him up early and then leave him behind to
looking like the
hold
C
on to that
split.
control.
Recon
In the
goes
meantime,
in, they
you
set
mentioned
one
that
up towards A. They're
execution, and it
gonna
seems like they're
have
gonna
a
go
small
for a
window
similar idea,
to
but
hit
with
C where there's
much
only 2
faster
people here.
pacing.
They got them used to it in the last round. Now it's time to make the play. That's
Oh
a
my.
little awkward. Mixwell able to catch that one for free. I don't know what the idea was there, but it certainly has not worked out. Avova with a paranoia. There's the dropout.
Damn, Mixwell
Mixwell's
is
doing work
everything
around this
at the
garage
moment.
area. And BBL, sure, they'll get the site, but at what cost? And that cost might just increase. Mixwell might not be done yet, looking for a little bit more. That fight about to be gifted to him. Aslan closing the distance, and that corner, all that stands between them. It's Aslan to
Okay,
win
well,
the
that's a
duel,
curse.
and it's
That's
a
my bad.
lifeline for BBL.
Jesus.
Yeah, that kill would have been more than you might expect. It would have turned
Oh,
the
is the
turret
recon that's not
behind
getting
and given
shot?
A free flank to come through for Kellogg's.
Damn, we got shot,
Instead, he's
okay.
going to have to back through Garage, and Aslan looking to try and take this one
Okay,
into his own
Turco
hands.
is
They're
the big-
pushing this together,
big
but
person
Zeke
here who's gotta
already
step up.
Finding one more. Turco up close, needs
nice
a
trade.
spray down and gets nothing for it, and now Suchny, last man standing. They're a little bit disjointed. Kellogg's goes
Oh
over the
my
top of it,
goodness.
styles on him. Ducks down on the head
Oh
of
no, I
Suchny.
saw the shush
And
come out.
Heretics are gonna have
He's
themselves
done
a
it
fourth.
again every single
Great
time.
fight back from him. I mean, a shame he couldn't get the trade initially, but the
Every single
adjustment
time the
to
shush
just
comes out.
break his opponent's wrist on
No
the way
matter
through.
how many rounds they got.
4 rounds now for Heretics. They'll lead theirs, and you know, BBL, they won the pistol. They won that fourth, but there's been a whole lot of problems for them ever since then. I think in this round here, Mixwell getting way too much space. Sure, it's clutched out by Kellogg's in the end, but the fact that he kills a guy by just hiding in the window
But that's
and
the
having
thing.
to run through, like,
It goes back to what I said earlier.
Gave him
It
a little
looks
one.
like Mixwell
Okay, light
is
armor
just
so they can buy
hard
into this one
countering
again.
Kushner, 'cause he
2-9
loves to
loss
try and make
bonus
plays through
intact. We've got
Garage. So the
ults.
first
We
few
are
rounds,
going
holds
aggro
by
over
the
towards
door,
A again, trying to set up the
kills
op.
him every time he tries to go through, moves back a little
Oh, it's a
bit,
good
and it's
stun.
the same thing for
And they
Brave.
insta use the
Oh,
dash.
they tried to
Recon's here as
punish him,
well.
having no idea there was a teammate there as well.
Oh
Kellogg's
boy.
will go down in the end, but the damage is done.
Oh
This site
god.
held
Go for the
by
fast
Zeke.
A, the ults,
And
everything.
their
I'm telling you,
support across
Sova
the
is
map.
looking like the
Team
best agent right
Heretics,
now in this game.
They
It's
should have
madness.
been in a very bad
What did I miss?
position,
I
but
missed something.
what a fantastic round pulled out by Kellogg's. But where do you go from here? They
It's
at least
Kama.
have
Thank
the
you so much,
spike,
it's
but-
Kama. New member of
Hey,
the Slug
Kellogg's
Club.
over and a kill
Wait,
with
how
the
have they
Zeke.
turned this one?
Surely
Dude,
not after all
the
that
A
work
is- I'm
was
telling you,
done.
A
They're
is
back in a
looking
clutch,
weak.
and it's Mixwell with another 2K needed.
I'm not sure if this is going to be possible.
2v3,
Just
they
look
go
at where
play
they're playing
double heaven.
Both together.
Double under heaven.
Sat underneath. in hell, and well, it's hell for Mixwell as he looks to try and make his way back through.
I'm not the biggest fan of how they're playing this one, but
guesses correctly,
let's see.
if he somehow
Should be fine.
has the calculation in his head where both
Mixwell
of
has
these players
so
are,
much
maybe he
util.
can make it awkward, but he wants the element of surprise. He wants to try and sneak up on them. They double up, even crouching one below the other, and BBL made that look easy.
I'm never convinced when I see that setup, honestly, but they handled it well.
To close it out, they again had a very good idea. He wasn't making his way from long, and yeah, I don't know who the general was there.
You've been
but a
watching my
good call
VODs? I
made
appreciate that, man. Thank you. Thank you for joining the Slug Club. Appreciate you.
Getting around back on the board here in round 8. Look at the patience on this
If anyone
guy.
wants to watch the VODs,
And the fact that he doesn't make it out of
they're
there,
out
you
there.
know, almost lucky. He started this round out by
Uploading
getting
every day.
stunned up, had to dash his way out of there. His teammate had to sacrifice his life to keep him alive, and from there, grabbing a collateral, putting them back
wait, they're
on
doing the same
board.
strat? Same
Great
strat, fast
round.
short.
Not so great of a result. BBL steaming ahead. Now look at this, a very different face to this team. 5 players towards A early on.
They don't get any. They don't find anyone that gets short control. And this is the first time we've seen Heretics actually leave A. They don't have. I mean, they have a big ult for the retake, so maybe that's why they're more inclined to do it.
Doesn't work. But I don't know if I'm correct here, but I don't think they've actually lost a round on the A side so far. Every time they've gone in that direction,
thank you so much.
It's worked out for
Can
them.
100
So,
Thieves
again,
get to Tokyo?
that seems
I mean,
to be the
yeah,
plan,
if they
and
keep
there are some
improving like
decent retake
they do.
ultimates
If they
available
actually manage
for
to get their
Heretics on the other
economy good and
side,
they
so
keep
it
buying
might not be
cryo
too much
ops,
of
I
an
think
issue, but
so.
if Turco plants, and he
It's going
does
to be
have the
rough for
spike,
them, don't get me wrong.
They're going to have a rolling thunder.
Like,
of their
I'm
own.
not saying it's going to happen, but it's possible.
Yeah, the retake setup in this round.
Oh, this recon was good, but
That
that's
was
a huge
Zeke
kill.
taken down up in the window, trying to spam on the back of a recon, on the back of a reveal.
Yeah, as soon as the recon came in, we had one person to shoot it, and the other person just went straight in for the spam, knowing that they're trying to get a kill off of it. Damn, they're aggro.
They lose player after player. Okay,
Yeah, they didn't even have a chance to use this ult. Oh, they got the lineup though, at least.
Breach their way right back through, but again, very little to be done. Stun goes in, but they can wait out that utility. Trades are perfect. And with the numbers
Yeah,
in
too
their
many
favor
people
and
went
the
down.
value of the weapons
Way too many
in
people
Team
went down, so they
Heretics'
couldn't use the ult on this
making
one.
the right call to pop a save. Carry these
Honestly,
weapons through to
I
the
think
next.
BBL
This
did
one a
good.
little closer.
Right, they started to get aggro in terms of all this. They knew that they wanted to
I think
retake
this
with
is
the
gonna
ult, and I
have to now
think
be an
they did
adaptation for
they did a
Heretics.
nice thing
Maybe
in
a
terms of getting
slightly
so
more
many kills, so
aggressive
that they
stance to
didn't feel
actually
confident
taking
to
A control.
retake.
But as I said, it seems like if BBL go in that direction,
Lucky
they just
spam kill?
have a
No,
free
not
win.
really.
Like they've been
He
able
knew
to
that he
trade
shot
out
the recon,
effectively.
right?
The execution seemed clean.
If we're talking
and
about
there
this
just
one in
hasn't
heaven.
been much to be able to delay them. I would love to see some sort of combination of a stun going through the back, as we've seen many times before, and a peek out from Kellogg's, just to try and
Okay.
take those fights. The only
Heretics
issue I
need to
have
talk
is
about A, for sure.
BBL, we saw how they set up at the very beginning of the map. They were very ready for those sort of plays to come out from Heretics. So the fact that even though they've tried to almost play delayed, I'm sorry, but Neil's face there. Neil's shocked face. Oh my god. Like, he was just so surprised by that kill coming through. Oh, I love him.
I'm just looking here, you know, those first 9 rounds, almost neck and neck. Pistol round for BBL.
Does it now
But
become
one
5
thing
spots
is,
for
you know,
EMEA?
Evolve is out in a
No,
row start,
only
man.
for whoever wins
1 and 9
Tokyo.
right now, died in every single round.
So whoever
the
wins
only player
Tokyo
to be in
gets
that
an
position.
extra
I
slot
think
for
a
their
lot of the
region
time,
for last chance
You know,
qualifier.
that paranoia
So
as
say
well,
that EMEA
it's
win
been
it,
hitting,
it's
but they
2.
haven't been able to
America's
actually
2.
follow up on it. I
Or
think a lot
Pacific
of the
2. But everyone else is normally
abilities
1.
that we're seeing thrown out by Team Heretics
And do you know what's weird
met
about
with
that? That's
resistance
only
from
ever
BBL,
been
not just with
mentioned
the
one,
rifle
and then
itself,
we've
but
never
you'll
heard
often
about it
see the
since.
nano swarms down, the counter stuns. Hell, even just
I
look
find
at
that
those
so
rolling
weird.
thunders that were used earlier. These are very much teams that are not looking to, on
But
one
it's
side,
pretty important.
outplay, and on the
It was
other
posted
side,
today? Oh,
out-aim.
okay.
They're both
Well then,
coming
there
in
we go.
with the same game.
Maybe I should be
Bear in
looking
mind
at
as well
social
that
media more.
Avova has been on C, and in the majority of rounds, they haven't lost when they've got C. So even though he might not be necessarily having impact, a lot of the time he stays alive longer than he should, and then Mixwell has been able to capitalize. So
that's it.
Definitely talked about A. In terms of the change-ups, we now have 4 people here. We've got the stun and 3 people here, so Omen has shifted over towards A from C. Definitely a good change-up for them, and they low buy into this. Oh, I like that.
And then all trained in. Kellogg's so close to getting an angle.
Oh,
and it
he just got a
surprises
little bit
him when it's
impatient with
eventually
that.
found. Okay, a rolling
Dude, this
thunder
is
used.
fast,
They're gonna
but
try
there's
to
so
take
many
the
people
site,
here.
Pressure these players, catch them down on short. He's on top of his head. Gomba stopping him. Kellogg's eventually drains it out, but on the site, Brave is trying.
There's
to
5
get a
people
foothold
fighting
for
here.
These attackers somewhere to fight from. But in the
They
end,
did
they're
it.
forced back.
They did it. They shut down A.
Running towards
It took everyone.
It took got the read.
It took everyone, but they managed to shut down A. So the attack pause definitely worked, but it's still not done yet. Aslan, if he gets a kill and a plant, I guess it's all. But
he's giving them a 1v1, but I don't think anybody's expecting him to be here so soon.
Okay.
An easy kill in the end. And may have even
There's a
heard
chance
the
for him.
steps of a player wrapping him from behind.
Ooh,
Yeah, it's
Mixwell's
been
expecting
picked
it.
up by a teammate, giving him that chance.
Good
but
damage
Aslan,
done though,
on to
29. So that is a
17
kill.
HP.
And with the plant, it's going to be
Would
all. But
actually
with
get him a
17
lockdown, maybe
HP,
buying him a
he's
little
not
bit
going
of
to be
extra
doing
time,
it.
but it's
I don't
whether he
think.
wants to commit it when he's this low on health.
Spike planted.
Stun just
Yeah,
about
not a
missed
chance.
him, but how much help will that be when the flash lands perfectly? On the way back, he'll have to hope the turret does a ton of damage. Now it's time to follow up.
Okay, nicely handled from Heretics. And they managed to shut down A. It worked great.
BBL
BBL were literally just hitting A until they stopped it. We finally stopped it. So let's see what happens now. Honestly, they could just look at the numbers that were there and just say we could potentially do that again, because they're going to feel like A has been locked down.
He had such a good spot above and what looked like a
Like
free
they've been
kill,
conditioned to
and
not
just
go
tries
A
to
now,
jump
so
on
they
his
could definitely
opponent's
call it
head.
again. We'll see.
Definitely seemed like a bit of a blip on the radar. Now the question will be for BBL.
Yeah, delayed the defuse for the
Do you
ops.
have the
Nice to
balls
see.
to do it again? Because that's the thing for me. Is like
How many
you
teams make
lose a
playoff?
round
6
like
in
that
all of them.
still a fairly close fashion. I'm almost
This
got
was
that
mental.
temptation to just go for it again. Like take the risk,
Like, that was
run
so
into
mental.
that site once more, and see if you can manage to make it work. Because what are the chances that your opponent are going to stack 4 players on A at the beginning of the round again?
Well, I would say extremely low with what Heretics are bringing to the table here. You know, they don't have the Rolling Thunder, obviously, from the last
5 on
round,
defense
but
is good,
just take a
especially
look
when they
at
lost
a
pistol. Yeah.
lockdown. You know, there's a decent chance they'll play the retake, but that ain't what they're doing.
They have.
You know, what you see on
Looking
paper,
good to break the molly, but
maybe
probably
what
not
they
that.
see
Damn.
on paper is BBL is not
This is
what's
just the
on the other side.
goated
Instead,
alarm bot,
again,
I swear.
We'll see the aggression come down. Again, we'll see Kellogg's attempt
Just
to take
tucked
this
around
fight,
the
and
corner.
drone sent out.
Nothing ever
He's
breaks
following
it.
You know they're going to peek right after that drone if they are here,
Ooh,
but the
that's a
shot
big
doesn't
miss.
land. Second time we've seen it now. Caught off guard by them being a little too close. And that
I mean, that would have been
is a
huge. It would have been a
fantastic
kill on the
because
Omen
as you
as
said
well.
earlier, Tom, that's the guy you want to take out early.
Yeah, especially because it seems like either he's hitting 2 with 1 bullet or 0 with 1 bullet. Like there doesn't seem to be much of an in between for Kellogg's at this point in time. Now you might think that okay, you've seen a couple of players over there aggressive.
What do I think about Kellogg's as a player? He's very skilled. I think he has a lot to learn personally, but he's very skilled. Like the mechanics are there.
But he looks away at the last second. Does Zeke? If he checks this corner on the right, he had a free kill. Instead, Aslan will take down both. The re-aggression fails. And what with the
I feel like we
remaining
need
2
A
players?
count or something.
Make sure there's a lockdown.
Daxstar, thank you so much, chat. New member of the Slug Club, Daxstar with the
I think it's more
Prime.
likely they're
Welcome
gonna
in.
just
Thank you.
five-man Run it down and take you out at that point, or just play the
And then
retake
Trickster
themselves.
OW
Plenty
as
of
well.
ultimates
3
to
months.
work with.
Appreciate all the support.
Those will all be brought into the next round.
It's a pretty clean round.
Save, Colt,
Like
Team
they didn't do any
Heretics,
damage. It's kind of
BBL.
perfect for BBL.
They know at
The
this
money was
point
good
it could
anyway,
be
so it doesn't matter
worthwhile
too
taking
much.
some of these weapons
In
out
terms
their
of this
hands,
though,
and if you look at BBL's economy, they can afford
Kinda
to
wanna
lose
save these
every
guns.
single player. You only have Boo alive, who hasn't got his ultimate, and he's got 1 orb. So there is really no reason not to send bodies to take these weapons out of the round. The only question is if they can find them. They spotted 1 on the site. They have no idea on where Mixwell might be.
They can definitely afford to throw a player or 2 in, but it seems like it might just be too little too late. Aslan hunting, and he's not going to get the kill in the end. It will be Mixwell. Doesn't help out the Heretics too much, other than the couple of extra credits. He already had his ultimate online, and they have a lot of them. There's going to be a hell
Knights
of a lot for
helps
this
them.
final
Okay,
round of the half.
so one person's taking a hit on this
expecting
round, that's
a
it.
little bit more spam to come through. Again, like I feel like a 7-5, 6-6. It's not going to be too bad for either side.
I mean,
in
it's
either
going to be
direction.
crazy.
I think
Got a
the
lot of
main
ults
thing
for this
again,
one.
though, is with Kellogg's, he's having not the best of games, an average game. He's going to be the focal point going into that second half. So a pop-off round here with his Bladestorm online would be huge.
Well, again, the same story coming through.
Same alarm bot surviving the shock at the beginning.
Alarm bot that's not going to be caught by it.
Who was the
Positioned a
team
little
that started
differently to the
spamming
right.
this to stop this
Not
lineup?
doing any
I
damage
like that
whatsoever
idea.
to start this one out. And this
That was
is
cool.
almost just a pistol round from BBL, even less so, not holding the C-long contact in the same way late into the round with a minute 20. They will be making their way slowly up through mid. And yeah, they're throwing out a lot here. They're covering their C push and they're looking for a pick on A. And that pick on A might set B up perfectly because at this point,
Yeah,
someone
they're
has
having
to move
so
right.
much
Someone has
success
to
over
rotate,
towards A.
and that's what they'll
When
look
have
to
they...
punish.
Like they've got the first kill on A all the
But
time.
now Kellogg's gets to live to
Maybe
tell
there's
the
one
tale.
time where
I'm almost
I remember the
certain
off
Kushner
getting
was
the first kill.
expecting him to be the one on long. Instead, the TP's going to go.
Insta go pivot over towards A. Holy hell.
Again, still a lockdown available for the retake.
If they do that heat map thing, I swear there's just so much A.
Not going to be easy.
There it is.
All goes in, counter all instant, so they can't really get some space on this. Anyone going to try and do something crazy? Doesn't look like it. Keep an eye on the killjoy.
There to guarantee that they can make it out of the site.
Yeah, when does Mixwell decide to go? Dude, they have no idea.
Swing in from Mixwell, catching them off, and the player's
no.
in the corner. He'll get his knives back out. He'll run for short. Cloud bursting on his way. He wants to help the fight with Brave, who's stuck on the site.
Oh god, it's one of these rounds.
Finding the first alone, but now a blinded up Cutie is swinging into short, looking to do damage, but those knives don't land. Here comes the off. Shot doesn't land either. It's getting awkward with Brave having to do it all, and more to be done.
One bullet.
One shot left in the shorty. 150 HP. It's not happening this time.
Okay, nice ending. BBL managed to take the last two for this one. Jesus.
Point of Kushner, and I'm not going to sit there and blame anything on observing, because that's the man I would have looked at too. And in the meantime, Braves almost just...
Sco as well, Sco. Thank you so much, dude, with the Prime. 4 months in the slug club. Appreciate all the support, man. Thank you for your Prime. Okay, 7-5. It's kind of how you expect when a team wins a pistol as well. So.
On the way back through as well, but just his repositioning, isolating of all of the duels, and then basically just letting the time and the fact that Mixwell had no bullets left do all of the work.
Just ridiculous stuff there to close that out. BBL won the pistol, and in the end, that's pretty much the only thing that separates these two teams. That little injection of rounds to start us off left BBL with a 2-0 lead, and they've closed it with
Draco as well. Draco, thank you so much, dude.
7-5. Team Heretics swapping over to
3
the attack
months.
side, Tom.
Appreciate you, dude. Thanks for using Prime on me as well.
They haven't got many rounds out there.
A lot of Primers. Appreciate it.
We don't know where the pistol will go, but do you think they'll win those buy rounds more frequently than BBL will?
It's an interesting one, because you look back to the match versus Vitality, the main focal point of obviously why this map has been picked by BBL. Well, that was where, just reading off a few stats for you. So
Don't get XZ, how you doing?
On the attack side, he had 7 kills, not too far away from what he has here. I think he's on 9. On the defensive side, he had 21.
Wait, is that actually his name?
440
yeah, that's going to be
ACS,
fun.
293 ADR, and was 5-0 in first blood.
Let's call him HFM.
Oh
Kinda
yeah,
catchy.
Team Vitality, a team that really liked playing Haven, and actually picked Haven in that matchup.
They did. It was their pick.
Yeah, after they let BBL pick a set.
So I think it's pretty fair to say that BBL are in a prime position to close this out at this point.
I mean, yeah, for sure.
If you have faith in Kushner, which I do. I think he's a very good player.
They abuse the hell out of A site.
I've always had faith in Kellogg's to be able to do it.
We only saw Heretics shut it down once, and that's when they had 4 people there at the beginning, and then they managed to get 5 people there with an over-rotate as well.
This is where I'm going to focus on players like Zeke and Boo, because they have got to put him in positions where he can shine, because he can. We know he can do it, but right now I think he sits as one of the bottom 3 duelists in the entire league.
Thank you for that one, ALS.
Not a sign that you want to be seeing if you're a Heretics fan.
So how on earth are these casters meant to be saying this name?
Again,
HMFIO DZJC9Z. It's kind of sick, right?
It goes out of it, and not only just because it's rare, but because of the context of it. They didn't lose rounds on A, and they went A consistently. When they went C, often they were faking, and when they did go, as you were saying, he was able to
Am I coming to Tokyo if Liquid qualifies? That's a Liquid question, Yinsu. Maybe. I think that's the only chance I have of being there, like of going, is if Liquid qualifies.
Something has to change. With BBL having some impressive defensive rounds in the past, and Kushner not looking too bad already. He's up behind them. But this team has confidence.
Heretics deciding to go for A as well. Why not? Let's keep an eye on how the Jet's going to handle this one.
Got a single
that's unlucky, it was close.
Unfortunate, but you could already see Avova switching. In fact, 3 members of their team are watching for that flank to come through. May have even heard the smoke, and if you know that Kushner is coming in from behind, well, as said,
oh my god, 3 people to deal with him. I like this reaction from Heretics.
You want to kill this guy as soon as possible.
He heard them turn,
but now they can flood sight.
Someone else needs to find it. Brazlan at least.
And now they're locked out by the smoke.
Trades out Turco for the double, and now BBL have a foothold. They have to get that spike diffused, and there's a recon coming through. Will they roll? They haven't managed to spot
on him.
Or break it. That's massive damage done. Everybody's so low.
Everyone's super low, 1 bullet each.
Enough to go down to the turret this time. Oh, very close. The defuse underway, halfway already. Is he going to swing? Yes.
Damn, nicely handled.
Well handled by Zeke.
Yeah, nicely handled that one.
For him.
A little bit close with that other duel, but okay. One pistol each, we like that.
Really high impact rounds.
Damn it, everyone's just going A all the time.
I think you can almost give
I like how Heretics had, like their reaction to this was good though. As soon as this alarm ball went off, 3 people searching for it, had to have some kind of map control and they handled it really well.
Coming through for this defensive side of BBL. If you manage to get yourself 9 rounds versus Vitality, I think there's high expectations on your shoulders here versus a team that ultimately
yeah, I think so, yeah. Hopefully for last chance qualifier we'll see. I need to check out.
Obviously, we've already seen
check out times if I'm allowed to do it, etc.
Pistols versus rifles. So
Stack from BBL over towards C, 5
it's not the
person.
biggest investment here from BBL, just a few pistols on board, but we know they can make the Sheriff work.
It's pretty fair to say BBL are not playing for map control in this round. Entirely sat down on the C side. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure about that B hold. The A hold I love, but B's a little
Vova struggling.
No, but on C,
Not really, he just
5 players
had
sat
to
down,
rotate
ready
over
to go.
towards
And
A all
for
the
Team
time.
Heretics, they'll spot one on the way through. They'll see the turret. That's still
They
the
just
same
went A and
player
then
that
he
they
was just
spotted in the doorway.
having to
No idea
retake a
just
site when
yet and
everyone's
how
dead.
dangerous this could
He was
be.
there at the beginning, but
Even without that notion, or without that
maybe he had a
information,
few
they
rounds where he was
certainly
there
do have
actually
the
too,
notion because look
that I
where
can
they're going.
remember.
They've chosen the right side of the map. The A site wide open and still being cautious on their way through. Utility placed behind as they go. That turret should be taken back. And unless
Okay, nicely done from Heretics, working out that no one's here. Still making sure they do a good exec just in
And
case.
actually, I really like that. I think this turret here is
This gonna be one of
annoying
those
enough for
rounds we
anybody
see
coming out on
no
mid.
kills.
I think it can be taken back a little later, maybe when they have the plant. But especially the fact that he's tucked in this corner and having an alarm bot there, off contact, he can swing and do massive damage.
Well, full rotation coming through the spawn. The question is, do BBL even try? Like, do they just die to the spike? Because ultimately, like, you already have the Rolling Thunder getting that little bit closer for Boo. Okay, maybe Turco will opt to try and get a few kills here to get his online, but it still just has risks about it with just basically handing over not only a little bit in terms of economy, but more so all of those ultimate orbs, and by the looks of it, they're not going to risk it. And I actually respect this. I think especially on a map like Haven, where just having a Rolling Thunder, having a lockdown can be so impactful, not giving those orbs over for nothing, it's not worth it.
We still need to do a some kind of slug question mark emote.
With all 5 players going down to the spike, they'll be getting their money for the next round.
Gonna do some kind of
one ult orb per player for BBL. Had they have gone out and died to rifles, not really going to do anything for them.
Ayla's really taking it to the next step. Question mark. Welcome in Slug Club.
You are going to be regretting
also, Zeke's one of the guys he's a demon at going for those sort of kills. So I wouldn't even be surprised if he had the Hunter's Fury available to him. 7 and 7 though. As said, it is similar to the last
Jesus,
okay,
the mods are going so in. You used to have like 1 each, and now you're getting like 5 people.
Not like these bonus rounds are truly bonus anymore.
Relax
Already, an early push-up.
Oh my goodness, you lot, it's fine.
He is looking to get up in your face.
Well, okay, sure. It's a hunting ground, yeah, it looks like it. You lot have your fun, honestly. You lot do you.
Deciding to spray it down a little bit, giving away the presence. Heretics, I'm not sure they know what to make
Sophie,
of this
thank you so much as well with the prime. Thank you, dude. Welcome. 2 months, appreciate it. Okay, chat, I'm going to circle everyone, and because that was such a clean round, Heretics can buy next round as well, so massive round for BBL to win this one, going up against a really decent bonus, to be honest. We've got 4 rifles. S277P with the prime as well. 5 months, appreciate your support, mate. Thank you, thank you. Okay, early garage control, looking for the alarm bot. No.
See if there's any extra utility
Just double checking.
Wanting to make sure that they pull a rotation over, but ultimately there's still a player
that looks so funny.
Of sight. In fact, Turco has held on to every single piece of his utility. Stun just being utilized. I think expecting them to be in garage. So
nice default at the moment, to be honest with you.
That will be the moment of panic.
BBL don't have too much information. We've got a turret here. We have no breach damage. It's a nice kill. Oh, wow.
By the looks of it, he will. In comes Aslan to help, and that's bought time and a distraction for Turco.
Fair play. Turco did everything here. That was incredible.
Incredible round.
Yeah, that was actually incredible.
He should have been dead to rights on the backside. They were all over him.
Attacked by a drone as well. So they knew, like Kellogg's knew exactly where he was. It's not like that was a surprise.
Messiano as well. Thank you so much, dude.
He has been
3 months in the Slug Club. Thank you.
17 and 8, playing the breach, looking like he's feeling confident in his own individual ability.
What team should you root
for?
for?
I can't really blame him at this point.
In this one or just just
I think we're
in
having
general.
similar issues to what we saw early on from BBL.
K-Corp needs some
These
fans.
slow D40 rounds.
K-Corps are
as I said, Turco going into the
people's
last
team at
what,
the moment
30-40
these days.
seconds had his whole utility belt. The
In
only thing
general,
he used was a stun that
K-Corp,
comes
I'm telling you,
back.
they
So
got the
I expect to see a
storylines.
pace change, a little bit more
They're on the,
control being
they
taken
hit rock
early on,
bottom,
forcing
and
out
now
some
they're
of that
just
utility
rising.
already. Again, a control taken by Heretics.
And again, I don't mind it too much when it's these
Bunny
slow
predictions,
approaches in the first couple rounds.
for Tokyo, it's back.
Well, you start to feel out how they're playing it, you know. This is certainly something you're going to want to have an idea of for later. Flash out.
I like this from BBL, being proactive over towards A.
One-to-one trade.
Didn't just
All
want
in
to
all,
sit on
Heretics
site
will
and
be
get
pretty happy
wrecked.
about that. They've got a good idea of the presence on this side of the map. They
Who
know
did they
short
kill?
is
Okay,
clear
this,
as
I mean, it's a big kill, to be honest. They take out the person and dashes
Next one
through.
removes this
Makes
PC
it a little bit
utility on
easier.
B. That alarm bot is the only thing that's keeping that information, and they do not have the bodies.
I do like how
to
Heretics
cover
are
that now. No matter where they
at least
look,
creating some question marks
they will
around the
be
map
leaving a
in
gap
terms of
somewhere
playing
else.
against the Killjoy, though.
Yeah, with the turret still in
Because
garage, I kind of
this is
expect
going to
Aslan
become a
now
question mark,
switch up his
and
position to put a little
we
bit
have to
more
start thinking about
eyes
it,
towards that B
which
site.
means that A is
And
now
actually
weak.
instead, it seems like
So in
Q2's
terms
gonna
of
be the
like
one
how they're
rotating
playing
off.
this,
It
it's
leaves
great.
Turco in a very
Kill the
similar
alarm
position
bot
as
here.
last round, still with
This
a
person
stun
has to watch
and
out
the
for over
flash
towards
available to
B,
him.
and then
Can
now
he pull off
A
a
is weak
miracle
with one
again?
person.
Aslan went to C long here, so they're actually splitting up into a 2-2 setup. How did they leave him
How did the
unchecked
dart
for
not
so
hit him?
long? Lucky to walk out of that with still a 2
Looked
versus
like it
2
was
and a spike
behind
plant as
something,
well.
the dart.
Both players splitting up as
Keep
well.
an eye on
Brave and
Brave.
Aslan going in completely different directions.
It looked
Aslan
like it
was
hit
still
one
on
of these
the
and it was
C
like
side,
just
side
behind
of C
them.
long. Well, Brave had pushed down a little bit. I don't know if coming from different angles is going to benefit them.
Just because of the rolling thunder, you don't want to
Yeah,
both get
it's
hit
gonna
by
be pretty
it. So if
hard
you
for
come from
Heretics
split
to win.
angles, they can only use it one way, and it's gone already. Boo's going to get dropped, leaving of over. He's normally so good in these clutch
Omen
situations.
flash?
Paranoia available.
wanna
And there's one right back. He insta-headshots onto Aslan, leaving that 1v1. Omen v Omen, trying to take out the doppelganger.
So
It
Brave
seems like
touched
Brave
the
was
spike here,
hoping
but because he was
that
Omen
might go
flash, he had
back
no
for a
idea.
repeat. Swinging on, but the time's already gone. Avova might not even need the frag at all.
Damn, okay,
Taken
nicely
anyway.
handled from Avova. He doesn't realize just how much he owned it. Basically, he got Omen flash and they did touch the spike to try and draw him out, but obviously he didn't hear it. So
Quadrupled his kills and found a round for the team. Gorgeous stuff, and it's even the deduction in that moment. He makes the split-second call not to re-swing when his opponent was waiting for it, and why? That's why. Paranoia was thrown out. Who's the last player? Omen. You reckon he threw the
Yeah, I mean,
Paranoia
he did
while
great.
he was defusing?
That'd be impressive. I think we'd have another check.
So he's pretty sure that he's killed the diffuser, and he can be safe from that point, tucking in, playing the time, and even finding the kill to close. Gorgeous work, and that has brought them back neck and neck, moving into round number 17. We mentioned this
honestly,
earlier, a rolling
low
thunder in
buys,
play.
everyone's
What a
kind of fine.
peculiar angle to be holding
We
it
got
from.
light armors,
Hell, he could be knifed
so
at this point if they
everyone's fine
decided to ship
econ-wise.
walk through that smoke, but well, they really don't think that'll happen. They're ready for a second mid push. It hasn't come through.
Man, how
and
many
now
A's?
the A site's where we look.
It's just like there's an A
2
site
away
only at the
on
moment.
Aslan. So I don't think we're playing for a lockdown here. Is it the Rolling Thunder retake? Is that what they're gambling on?
But the thing is, they've already droned mid, so they
And
knew
it's
that
alarm
that
bots
wasn't there
surviving
anymore.
everything today.
A lot of pressure again being put in on
Okay,
this A
BBL
site,
decided to
and
play
yeah,
for the
it
retake.
seems
We
like
do
they
have
are
the
just gonna
breach,
try
or
and
breach has a
retake
sheriff,
this
but
one
that's the
with
only thing that we're
just a
missing.
rolling
Already?
thunder. Okay.
Whoa, it went
Throwing
early.
it very early. Maybe it was almost for plant.
Okay, they
enough,
wanted
but
to
instead
bait the
you
other
look at
breach all
plant
out.
position. It's an interesting one.
Oh, look at that
Oh my god,
shot.
the shock was die.
Well, Suchny now has caught one. Aslan's got another. This is falling apart. Heretics playing much further forward than expected, and because of that, they're being ripped.
Damn, this was a really smart. This was a really smart round from BBL. They used the ult early to bait out Heretics ult, and then they thought they were trying to enter, so everyone used all of their util. Then they did the damage, waited for the ult, got into the right positions, took the jewels. It was really good. Yeah, I really liked the ult to bait out the other ult. I thought that was so smart.
And did even more damage. His utility usage there was sublime. The Rolling Thunder, I'm not entirely sure why they decide to use it so early. And I mean early, not just in the sense of the round, but in the sense of Turco's rotation. He could have made it closer to the site before going for it, but used it further back, maybe to catch the players underneath, under heaven, but I'm not sure. Whatever the idea was, it worked.
I'm also a little bit perplexed by the Heretics post plant there. But you get hit by the Rolling Thunder and everybody runs forward.
Yeah, to take cover.
So I feel like that almost ended screwing them because everybody was just stuck on the default plant, which, as you said, got shock darted. So I was almost expecting
that one forces them down. I thought they might have been okay money-wise for this, but 1-9 lost bonus because they lost.
But no, they tried to fight into the site, and well, they got torn a new one because of it.
Low buying this one, BBL being very proactive over towards A again.
To 2 HP.
Wait, Jesus.
Oh, and caught inside the
Oh,
drone
God.
as well.
Oh my God. They're still dueling him.
And this is what they get. An ace found by Aslan in the end. And that's BBL on double digits. Wow, look, they weren't against the best of buys, but they made that look way too easy.
Yeah, that's one way to stack up the money.
Definitely softened a few of them up for it.
Alt online as well.
Just a little bit of 5 HP on Zeke, that was rough.
Oh, just filthy though. And that's exactly the sort of thing you want. Okay, he had his ult pretty much at the beginning of all of that,
nice.
so not going to help them with the ult orbs, but you know that when this guy gets pumped up, nigh on unstoppable to play against, and that's starting to look like the case. In fact, we're going to see Heretics calling a timeout, and I can't really blame them.
They have
The
money
last
for a
couple of
buy
rounds,
here,
well,
so yeah, it makes a lot of sense. And
the other team
BBL's
comes
money's
out
out
with
of
5,
control, so they
you then have a
gotta
push into
they
B,
gotta win this one.
and the other team comes out with 5. You're not going to be feeling too good about that one. Economy on the other side is going to start getting to the point of no return.
It's been a lot of A at the moment. It might literally be as simple as let's try C.
And that's the
We'll
thing.
have a look.
This hasn't been the cutie show. That's
I think
what
they've
we
been
saw
doing good
last
at
week when
making
they got that first
pressure
win.
in
It
terms
seems
of
like
Garage and
maybe
B though against the
maybe getting that
Killjoy.
first victory on the board for BBL has softened the blow for some of the other players. Aslan still performing to an incredible standard, but Turco has been the star of the show so far. You remove that ace, he is top by quite a margin, but Aslan, they're getting the eco
only in
frags.
timeouts.
Exactly, yeah.
Timeouts,
Look, the
halftime.
reality is, even just looking at Turco and Brave, their utility usage has been off the charts.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times have we seen a Team Heretics player go to take a fight, flashed off the angle by one or the other? It's been so tough for them to actually get into a position to duel properly. And sure, we don't want to take anything away from Boot either. We know his support play is
Do you think they'll
absolutely
keep Sesh with
fantastic.
the roster lock? Nah.
But they need so much more here. As we
Nah,
move
it's
through.
just a
10-8 BBL. Pretty much
They're
on
just
the home
plastering
stretch
over
here. If they
the
win this
issue
one,
at the
they
moment.
are certainly on their way. And it is a different pace entirely out of Heretics. A faster play to see a
Yeah,
dash
it
in
is.
already.
they
Paranoia
want
that's
to.
caught Kellogg's. He's having
Okay,
to fall
so they
back a
send
little bit. And
Kellogg's
look at
in,
that
try and
for
pull out a
Brave.
rotation, and then
He
try and
still
take a lot of
paranoid
space
up.
over
It took him
towards
a
this.
second to put the dots together, and it
And
was
then
too
they have a
late.
lurk on top of it as well. I like this. Got some layers into this one.
The whole idea was that Kellogg's would
Yeah, I
run
got
in,
some real
fake
layers, and
one
then they
side of
all
the
over
map,
towards
and then the rest
sites.
of the
It's
team are
nice.
gonna
There's
hit
still
into
2
what should
people
be
here
a
from BBL,
relatively
so they have a
free A
chance.
side. Well,
And I
it is
don't
not
think
free at
they're
all.
going to
In fact,
expect
there's
2.
two players waiting
And
on the end of
Cution has just won
Crossfire.
2
I said
duels on his
Cutioner's
own.
been a bit quiet.
Oh
Well, that
my
didn't last
god.
too long. A triple kill, and I
Cutioner
understand the
was
idea
great
from
here. The
Heretics, but
rotate did come in,
you
and
pulled
then the
some
people on
rotation,
C did
but
really
Kellogg's
good.
died so fast, so the rest of
Did
the players
really,
went,
really good to just
"Ain't
get the
no one
kill
else
and call that
Did
it
you guys see
wasn't
any
a C
flashes
hit.
come in there? Any recons? Nothing? Oh, okay. Maybe it's not a full push. And those players
Yeah,
on
Brave
the
went
side get a
aggro,
sense of that
so and then
very,
so he
very
just
quickly.
heard everything. The fact that he went aggro was perfect. He heard everything. No steps, no nothing. No one here. Everyone hold positions. 2 people. And yeah, that's probably
and he
the
ends
game.
up in heaven where, you know, up above, can't do too much. He's got to drop down, and when he does, he's caught. 11 rounds for BBL, Team Heretics.
Yampi, the same thing, come on.
I would say in Eco,
You
they've
know.
gone for Bulldogs here. Yeah. Blade Storm on Kellogg's is the main
Okay,
hope
let's
for
see if
this
Kellogg
round.
can have
Trying to find a
anything.
player on backside, but he's moved.
We
He's not
got,
there anymore.
We got a lot of ults up.
a much faster attempt at an afterplant.
There's
by
one of them.
Hunter's Fury.
There's 2 of them.
Already going to be doing a significant amount of
Big
damage.
kill.
Big kill. Cutioner gone.
Damn, out of range for that as well.
Lockdown will
Oh
force
my
them all
goodness,
the way back,
we're
but that's
flying.
fine. Like, honestly, getting an opening kill and being able to reset might
Jesus.
actually help them a bit. We're going on an adventure. Seems like the cam got detained.
You should run.
Well, maybe it will again. Attacker ult going to be used in here. The lockdown on short. See what control this can get them. Still an angle up above for Suchny, and he's ready to fire out a recon. The timing here going to be key. The spray to start.
Yeah, I didn't want to get sprayed down in it. Okay, let's see what the retake's like. 5v4. It's gonna
Jump
be
guards
hard.
in. A little too close.
At least
got rid of it
at
now.
least broke
You know,
the
there you
molly.
go. There's at least a little bit of post-mod
Yeah.
utility gone.
We got
Probably
Omen
not
flash.
worth
We
the
got 2
investment of 2
breach
shot
flashes.
marks, but even still,
The issue is that they still have aftershock
good
as
stuff.
well.
So it's
So
going to delay them
once this
significantly.
recon
Bear
comes in,
mind, the
aftershock's gonna go down and
ultimates are
stop the
firmly
hit.
in Heretics' favor. They can play for that Hunter's Fury and
Yeah,
instead
look at this,
Kellogg's
perfect.
going, but it's only going to be 1, and let's trade back
He did
against
great,
Suchny
though.
in these retakes.
That was nice. Aftershock pushed them back into this area, and then he just straight up just ulted into it.
It's
It's really good.
Hey, that's insane.
That's something else.
It's an
Timeout for
absolute
BBL
nightmare
on the
where
back
teams
of that
can
as
get
well,
over
taking the
towards
wind
A
out
and they
of
have
their sails a
Aftershock
little
Thunder
bit.
Heaven.
The
It's like the
double kill
first thing
from
I
the
look
Hunter's
for.
Fury to
It's
close
just too
it
hard
out.
to retake.
This Hunter's Fury is a big
You have to
crack.
kind
Do
of
you remember the one in the
kind of have
first
to
half
call
where
that
he
they've
gets a
used
kill
it,
and
and if they
basically gets
haven't,
two
then just
people
go
down
out
to like 2 HP?
heavier
Yeah,
over
it
towards
seems like
Heaven.
Zika's been practicing these, although I say that, you look at his face and it looks like he's almost as confused as everyone else.
I think it might be. Sometimes you want to give players the credit for it, like, oh, it's unreal. How does he know these Hunter's Fury lineups? When actually he is just as shocked as we are. 11-9 right now, and you know, for BBL, it's not a round they wanted to lose. This timeout though is where they look to remedy it. As we said, plenty to fall back on. I think the stinger in that round isn't going to be the fact that they lost weapons, because they can reinvest, no problem. It's the ultimates that they committed and found the site
Marv
for
is
it,
here
but
to
in that
stay in
post-plant,
video.
they were left with nothing.
Oh
and,
boy.
well,
I went for, I predicted
Yeah,
C9 because I
feel
thought
like
he
the
wasn't going to
committal
play.
of the lockdown to the Island B almost ended up biting them later on when they
That's
could have
good
had
news
it for that
for
A site. I don't really mind
team,
it in
though.
the moment, just trying to force them back and allow the reset, but it doesn't really work out. The one thing that does excite me though,
Nah, I don't
is
know the new coach.
I'd be very surprised if
Yinsen.
it doesn't come in now, the operator.
At least I don't
for
think
Q
so.
Shot. We haven't seen it yet. As said, it was one of the sort of highlights when it came to the previous match that they played. He is an absolute animal with it, and it's something that Heretics are going to have to be careful of now, because they still have plenty to buy another one in the next round if for some reason this doesn't work out.
Well, the barriers are up yet again as the timeout has subsided. Now it's time to see what the plan is.
They go
for
fast
Team
over towards
Heretics.
A.
Fast
BBL
down
have been
A,
pretty
but
good at
BBL
having
active
reactions.
C push.
So they're going
Mid
proactive
push.
over towards A
Turning
to
it
fight
behind
this. They
very
go
early
proactive
on.
over
This is
towards
a
middle
pace
to get
change
some
that
map controls. They can have a
Heretics
fast
won't
retake in
expect,
terms of
but
behind
they don't
here.
do too much with it. Still not entirely
Heretics
certain
did great
of
again
whether there's any lurkers.
at
That
actually
means the
managing
players
to get
on
over
site, they
towards
won't
the
have
site with the
support from
aftershock.
behind, and in fact,
They go
BBL
under
are
Balk.
pulling
Is he going to
back
go under Balk
entirely. They're
again?
gonna go
Okay.
for a retake
Tries to
through
go under
spawn.
Balk. Knows
Well, after
no,
that
they know
start,
how strong it is, and they get
certainly
caught.
in a
No
good
smoke
position.
over towards spawn.
Yeah, kill on Boo just being
What do
caught in
we-
no man's land. I think he was trying to get into position to put the same stun down we'd seen before, which really delayed the retake. Instead, losing his life for it, and Kellogg's actually looking to play more of a stopper up front. And he's
Wow,
done a
Kellogg's
great
is a
job of
hero.
it. Two
Wow,
kills coming
nice
through.
cover.
Over, holding on for his teammate, and
Oh,
now
it's
it's left
so
all
on.
to Turco again.
Damn,
and this
nicely
time
done.
Zequel shut him out.
Kellogg's did
The
everything
man
here.
with maybe the most fans
Killing
in the
two
arena
over
right
towards
now,
spawn.
really showing up for the Polish supporters. And Heretics now
was a close
starting to
round.
climb back once again.
They're not giving it up just yet. One round between them, being a hell of a fight.
What?
There's
Excuse
no
me?
way.
That's sick.
There's no way my guys brought a trumpet. Hell yeah, let's go, all right. Well,
I didn't know we were allowed instruments.
if that's
Yeah,
not going to inspire
that's going to
you,
cause some
I'll
mayhem
bring
when
my
the drums
violin.
start coming in and
Zeke's got his
everything.
marching band there. Well,
That's
it's
sick,
time to step forward. Team Heretics again. We've seen this in some of the early rounds, but this time Kushner lands the shot.
Oh, no.
And it's Zeke who
Yeah,
falls.
that's a nightmare.
This can be
They want to go
dangerous
fast
when
on top
Kushner
of
gets
it.
off to a good start in the
Uh-oh.
round. It's hard to put him on a stop, but Suchny's fallen, and they are hot on his heels.
Kushner,
Taking him down,
stun.
and the stun
Oh
was
man,
too
the
much.
stun was
Great
everything
round
from
Mixwell
Boo.
as Team
If
Heretics
Boo
take
gets
the
plant, he has ult
site,
as well.
and a little more.
Huge impact from Mixer. We've seen it throughout the first
Damn.
half, mentioned it.
They lose
He did
one over
basically
here,
the
and you
perfect
just go
job of
so
shutting
aggro
down
and just
Kushner
force
wherever
into
he
this.
could. Does
Kinda
it again
nuts.
this round with quick reactions.
I've
to
never
get
seen
back
a
into the site.
I've never seen a Haven game that is
BBL
this
don't
heavy
really
focused
have a
on
choice
A.
here. They've got to save, especially if they want that operator back. Like Brave still with 4,000 credits. It'll be available in the next round if he can hold on. But I'm liking this from Heretics. A little bit more direct. I don't mind the idea with some of the fakes that they were trying to throw and pull players off the angles, but I think in a lot of cases, they're almost just overthinking it a little bit. These more direct takes, going off the back of just decent utility, setting Kellogg's up.
Yeah,
to
I mean
get up
Sentinels
in
now
their
have a
faces.
chance in my opinion.
And now they've equalized the scoreline. Bear in mind, this is the map that BBL basically picked into as not only one that looks strong for them, but one that we just haven't seen all the way back to home ground. Then we were still in chamber meta when that was happening.
More teams
So
should
the fact
push the
that
op
we
after
are
gets a
now
pick.
seeing a strong
Depends on the
looking
depends on the
Heretics
util that
fighting
follow
back
it
on
up.
this map,
To
that
be
is
honest
a
with you,
dangerous
could
sign
just
for
be
BBL. They
gifting
can't
him.
lose this one.
And I can understand why you started
Depends on like
out,
if the dash
maybe
is
not
up.
going
Depends
for
on a lot of stuff.
That sort of pace up against the Turkish team, I get it, you know, and we saw it in the
Right,
first half as
11-11.
well. That's often what they're looking to fight
Money's
against.
starting to get low, but
Same
again, they're
time,
on such
though,
a
now it's
low,
been proven time and
such
time
a big
again,
loss
that's what
bonus that
works
they
for
should be
them, at
fine
least.
instead of their last round in
Kushner
terms of getting a
robbed of
good
any sort of
force.
early opping angle
And
on A. They've got a
early A
turret
pressure once again.
hovering down. This is such an interesting angle. The turret's taking contact, and then Aslan's up close. Turco is
Other
playing
games
with
we
a
got
stun.
Koi
The
K-Corp,
second that turret
which
gets
which
onto
could be a
Booty,
banger.
they're gonna have players
It
running
really
through
could be a
past
banger.
Aslan, a little bit distracted. And if that happens, the stun comes in behind them. He gets the first kill, follows up on more. Or players that go to take some control, see the turret, maybe they want to shoot it, destroy that piece of information gathering for them, and instead they end up getting ripped apart. This could be massive.
The bait in this could be pretty good.
Oh, there might be a little bit more trouble.
Oh my goodness.
Quick reactions.
Yeah, he locked on to the second guy with that.
There's a man waiting for this
That's
pick
a
from
nice,
Kellogg's.
that's a nice kill as
Already
well. How on
getting
earth
shut
do they win
down.
this one?
He wanted to try and make a play again, but it's just
2v4.
become a little bit too scripted.
Oh,
Boo, that's the
my
second time
goodness.
he's tried to make that cross happen. The second time it's flunked. It's left onto the
What
star man,
the
but not
hell
this
is that?
time.
Someone give me
Suchny
that.
again, a menace on the retakes and a 12th on the board for BBL. It's not a death sentence, Mitch, though.
It doesn't look like
I really want to
EMP.
see a replay of what Cutie just did, because if I'm not mistaken, he didn't just catch Boo out in the open, swinging wide on that box. That was
Yeah,
a
this
jump
shot
peek
might be a
over the
little bit
top of the
nuts.
site
Yep,
to fire a flash,
I think he's pre-aiming here.
and he
Must
just
be.
ruined his life. Let's see this. Again, what a start for him. The fact that the Rolling Thunder just barely makes it past him. Good shot for Cutie. Yeah, all right.
Oh, he's actually just
Disgusting.
faster. It's not even a wallbang. He's just so quick.
He hit him at the apex.
He's so
Unreal.
pumped with it.
I was thinking in the moment, I'm like, all right, Boo just got punished, and normally I'll see a punish and go, oh, you're a silly boy, you shouldn't have done
Okay,
that.
one
But it's
chance
like,
for
I don't
BBL
even
to win
blame
this.
you, bro. That's
We
not on
got
you.
breach ult, and they're one away.
12-11.
One away
It's been a good
from
fight
Aslan's ult as well after
from
the 2
Heretics,
kills.
but they're going to need one more. Kellogg's actually, oh, he's got an operator and a rifle by the looks of it, just using those extra credits to have whatever he needs, maybe hoping to find an early fight when it isn't given. Back to the rifle. Normally the
NA
first
challenges
man
today?
in.
Nah, I don't think so.
Utility
We'll
being
raid
destroyed
Sean
early,
again.
just to try and put some doubt in the minds of the BBL players, but as you can see, Aslan back on spot, and a single kill for him here would put that lockdown online and save them a lot of hurt if it came to a retake.
Yeah, don't think he'll be going for any orbs anytime soon.
Yeah, it creates some pressure with the shock to take the alarm bot out. And we're going back over towards A. We do have the breach ult to retake A.
And I guess the idea is that he can swap in between either angle if he needs to.
Looks like Avova's going to go for a huge lag. It kind of also looks like they're not fully committed to this A. Like, they're just going to send the jet in and then go back.
Well, maybe it will be challenged. We're seeing some presence
Yeah,
across
send the jet in and go back. But Team needs to call, so this is fine. Then we're going for a double luck. But then they called the A is now open, so the double luck doesn't need to. What a crazy round at the moment. Oh my goodness.
They're fake planning it to bait utility perhaps, and then they're going to go for the plant on the site. I'm not sure what the other guys are doing. Okay, there we go. Caught brave as they fake the rotation.
Dude, this must be such a weird round for BBL. It must be like, why is there so many people? We just saw one here, and now there's one
like one of the
here.
riskiest ideas I've ever seen. The spike going in alone, but somehow it's worked out. Rolling Thunder, it may have caught onto Boo. He's alone, and he'll be isolated. But Kellogg's has caught one back on that cross.
They got one more smoke to get a half.
Tapped it. Someone's got a peek to confirm. Recon out,
Oh,
destroyed.
there
They
goes the
know now.
smoke.
Perfect. Has to be tapped again. There's the swing, and no.
Damn, nicely handled from Heretics. It's a weird round, though. It's a really weird round. They wanted to originally just have a lot of lucks, and they thought they were going to late retake, but then the site was clear. Dude, it was really weird. BBL must have been wondering what on earth is going on, because it even looked weird to us.
Like going forward into some of their other matches might be a scary sign, but for the team that does make it through today, they're at least going to be left with some hope of making it to the playoffs. The team that loses, well, I'm not going to say they're mathematically out, but I think for most people they will be.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they had caught on to the new reaction from BBL. Instead of taking information over towards A, they were taking information around the map itself, so that was been the reaction all the time. So they wanted to try and counter that reaction by having a lot of people around him.
Okay. Oh, hello. Dash out early. He's caught a little bit for damage.
That had that once they did that pause, that was their reaction to start pushing over towards other places.
Start down, op watching, nothing found, and you know, a scrappy duel for map control early on.
Yeah, Kellogg's was lucky to be alive for that one.
In the end, nobody will have it.
Yeah, re-droning into long, but this is already pulled.
It makes a lot of sense. Heretics had a big stack over towards A at the beginning of this. Kellogg's now with the low HP does manage to get all A control though, so Breach is here in time for this. Vova's flash is going to be everything.
Unbelievable amounts of pressure. Utility being put onto him. Boo
And
at
he
least
didn't have time
trying
to
his best
smoke.
to help, but the site is lost.
It's tough when they're coming in from those angles and when they have so much utility to clear you out.
Ashton, thank you so much with Prime. Appreciate it.
For BBL.
4v4 retake. Zeke has
Actually, a very late
his
rotation from
recon.
Kellogg's. 40 HP with the operator. He'll be coming through spawn just now. It's going to take
They're
quite
playing
a while.
against no
His teammates
smoker. They double stack and they have a
really
bait
given
down
any
towards
ground that
back
they
site.
can
This is very
confidently
hard for
hold,
Heretics.
like,
This setup's a little bit
this retake's
strong
gonna
from
be
BBL.
late, and it's allowing BBL to set up exactly where they want to. The flash didn't even catch Suchny. He's gone for the reload. He's gone for the reload inside the smoke. He's so low.
Oh
The
my
spam
god.
eventually goes Aslan's way. Of course, second man
Yeah,
backside.
they don't
not
expect the
spotted.
bait back to
Brave
site.
doubling up on the angle. That's a hit. He
Yeah,
is
it
so
was a
low.
hit.
8 bullets left in this rifle,
Oh,
and more
nicely-
than 8
nicely played from
needed.
BBL. I like
That's
this.
13 for BBL, and another
Heretics
map
were
point on their
almost
map
there.
I still
Give them an
can't
extra 5
believe you've
seconds,
got
maybe they
a
win this
man
round.
spamming through
The
the
timing was
smoke
nice
with a
from BBL.
Phantom, and then Aslan just reads exactly where he is and headshots him anyway. It's not like he's getting traces. He's
Yeah,
just
the pressure
almost
over towards
guessing
backside was nice.
where
When the
this
breach
last man is gonna be
when the
coming
breach
from.
damage came in,
I have to
he
say
only
I'm
really
impressed
had time
with,
because he
like,
did the jump
Suchi's
peek just to check with
individual
numbers.
abilities. Like, the way that he seems to
He
work
lost his
in
kind of
both
timing
half
to
the
do the
block
smoke and
in
then
retakes
and
with
do
his
the flash.
positioning just seems
So
to
then
be
he did the
sublime.
flash, but then he obviously wanted
He's
to
the one
smoke
that's
long, but
taken
then the
that
breach
one over
damage
the
was
line
going to
for
kill
them
him, so he
in
couldn't really
reality,
smoke,
and
so he
now,
just had to go into the open.
As said, Heretics are fought
So he
tooth
kinda
and
missed
nail
his
for
good
this
timing
one.
on
They
this
go
one.
into the next map. I don't think there's anybody doubting that they have an inherent advantage.
Kodakuna, thank you so much,
Their
dude.
opponents literally
2
haven't
months in
played
the Slug Club.
ever.
Appreciate it, mate.
Ever played.
Thank you, thank you.
So and one that they've
Chat,
beaten Navi.
let's see.
So I don't think they're going to be
We're on
too
a
stressed
timeout
if
as
they
well.
lose
This
this,
definitely
but
see
at the
loads of
same time,
slugs. Thank you so
an
much.
opportunity to maybe even take this series 2-0 if they manage to get this one over the line, but they need a second overtime if they're going to do it.
Most certainly. I think, look, moving on to Lotus as well, you don't want to have that map deficit because, yeah, okay, the Navi game is the particular caveat because otherwise you'll say, like, oh, the Liquid game yesterday, they came into Icebox, they looked great, they had some fantastic ideas. And at this level,
Where are we at in
I don't
terms of
think you get
scoreboard?
to come in and go, well, we haven't
26-19.
played the map, so we suck. Like, you have to
Killjoy's
have,
on top.
so if you're leaving it open in the veto, you better be ready to play it. But and especially when you look at the game, if you've had a lot of success against a top-tier team, everybody's seen that VOD. Every single player, every coach, they know how you like to play it. It's tough to do it a second time if they've got your number. OT, number 1, half number 2. BBL need this to push us on to Lotus. Team Heretics need to bring us to another OT. Now just take a look at where they're going on Heretics. A lot of players grouped up and around this A site.
Yeah,
Aslan already gonna be pushed
they
back
get a
from short,
3-person
but
stack with the
BBL have
Killjoy
rotated
U2 on
in.
A.
They're stacked up and ready.
I mean, they can't win this.
Oh, that's
Wait.
big. Kellogg's already getting
I still
one.
think it's fine for
Trade's a little
BBL.
bit further behind, and Aslan's able to
Oh, Boo
capitalize,
managed to
but
get
Boo's
2.
done a good
That's
job.
everything.
Keeping this
Oh my goodness.
advantageous for now.
I was thinking the
He's
trades
also
were going
gonna get
to
himself
come
his
in. Bit
own
of a
line.
hero.
2 kills, a
Dude, I
plant.
didn't think that was going to
That's put
happen.
him in an amazing position. Rolling Thunder available, but it's
He has
rare
the
that
shorty
they
for
can
close
use it.
as
He's
well.
actually been
Oh my
caught.
goodness.
In fact, he's just stunning the hell out of Zeke. Just going, okay, screw it. I'm going to throw that utility at you anyway. Stun
God,
them
how much
again.
utils
Well,
everyone got?
eventually Zeke will go down into a 2v2. So
No
and
way.
shaky from Mixo. He goes down.
No
He's just found
way.
everything.
They
Black
kind of
Rock
overcooked it a
defusal
little
in
bit.
plenty, and they're going to be closing that one out. It looked like we were heading to another
A nice
overtime,
retake.
but
Brave did
once
everything.
again pulls around out of nowhere.
Dude, if I'm Zeke there, I'm a little bit angry that Boo just ulted